Hello, familia. Welcome. My name is Magdalena Janet. If you are new, welcome to the fam. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because we're always here having a good time. And come visit me on TikTok and Instagram because I'm there daily. And of course, welcome back to all these but goodies. It is literally the day after Christmas. I took like 3 days off. Eyebrows are sparse. As we know, I've been doing a lot of eyebrow related videos because the drugstore is out here releasing left and right. Typically they release their stuff now for the new year. Milani has these tinted brown mousses. I have the shade dark brown and medium brown. By looking at it, I'm thinking of medium brown. I did receive these via PR, so thank you, Milani. They're available at Ulta. We also, oh my God, we also have this. You have been asking me, and these sticks. So we're gonna do all that in today's video. I'm super excited, especially for this. It's like a skin tint foundation. So we'll see. I kind of like the idea of that more than just like a skin tint. These are very nice. They're under the Stay Put line, I guess. Ooh. Oh wow, look at that little spoolie. It's tiny. It can get into all your little brows, so that's nice. As you know, I have very sparse brows. They're pretty light. They actually look pretty even now. I'm not sure why. Let's get these eyebrows on because I look super flat, I feel like, without my brows on. Eyebrows add so much dimension to the face. So if you have thick, voluminous brows, you are so lucky. I have here the shade. I just ripped this. I'm all excited. Now I don't know what color is which. Medium brown is 120. Let's do a little swatcheroo here. Okay, it's a little gray. This is dark brown. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Although it looks gray, you see that little bit of warmth it has in there? It may mix in well with my dark eyebrow hairs. The drugstore tends to do very warm brow product. I'm gonna grab the spoolie. I like that it's really small. I'm gonna remove product because all this excess right here, if it goes onto my brows, because they're so fine, it's gonna look like they exploded. If you have thicker brows, you can handle more eyebrow product. In this case, we cannot. So when it comes to eyebrow mousses or like gels or mascara brow type thingies, you wanna start in slowly because your eyebrows could look super boxy in 3 seconds. After you add the product in there, right, let's start brushing them up. Usually these type of brow products give you more of a fluffy look, more of a fuller look. And this is what it looks like it's doing. I like these. They're not my favorite types of formula. I like an old school pencil and a pen type, but this works. The thing about this, it could get a little bit messy. Gives you that fiber sort of natural look. I think this works extremely well if you have thick brows, right? Look at this quick before and after. It looks a little messy, but that's just how it is. And then you can get a little bit of micellar water, and let's just clean this up a little bit. It's not too messy because we removed a lot of that product. I need to pluck my damn brows, girl. It's cute. It's good. It looks good. This shade is nice. It works. But let me add a little more. Again, I'm just going to remove product. I don't want all of this. You see all of that to go on the brows. The thing about these mascara brow products, they dispense a lot. The idea also of this thing, of these types of brow mascaras, is that it's quick. Like you get your eyebrows on fairly quickly, and I definitely agree. The only thing... I need to pluck some hairs. Hold on. I realize if I don't maintain my brows every 2 days, start to grow out of control. And I don't do too much. I just remove the hairs from like the bottom right here. I'll get another spoolie. You see how my brow hairs, they look fluffy. They look a little all over the place. They're not very uniform. They're not as structured. My brows naturally go down. I personally would like this to go more up. This product doesn't really do that. What will help the brows look better, more I would say structured, is cleaning them up. So let's see if this is gonna work. I'm gonna use my Tarte per the usual and my crown brush. It's super thin. Look, see how thin that is? Ooh. Right now our brows look a little boxy, but this is where this comes into play. So what we're gonna do is tilt our head back, make sure we don't touch the product because then it's gonna look a little gray and weird. I'm gonna get my favorite 15 brush from Sephora. We're gonna press down, blend down so that line remains super sharp on the brows. Therefore, the brows look very structured, very polished, all the good things. And won't you see it? Look at this. Oh, I'm a mess today. Like being off for 3 days, I feel like I've been off for a month. I can't get it together. Everything's falling. Technology was a pain in the butt, but now we're here. We're here with eyebrows, one eyebrow on. So because my eyebrows, are short, I like to do them longer because I find that it just matches with my face a little better. Not too long where they're damn near connecting, but I don't like to keep them like this because they're too short. These Mousse mascara type brow products, they don't give us straight structured lines. A eyebrow pen or a pencil do. So what I'm going to do is get my new NYX. You know, they just came out with these micro pencils. I'm going to create just a little line right here. The ash brown shade, a smidge right here. Did I mess that up? I think I did. Hold on. Why are my brows looking like a little red? Hold on. I'm gonna add more here. That's not doing it because there isn't hair there, so it's not gonna really hold. Okay, I'm gonna get the pencil and then kind of just add color there. A product that has a little bit of grayness to it will work up against our skin tone and if you have dark brows because it kind of mixes in. Your eyebrow won't look gray. You see how it looks like a perfect neutral brown? So if you ever see a product at the drugstore, you're like, it looks gray. No. If you have brown skin, it may work. It's most likely going to work. At the drugstore, brown, medium brown, not espresso, but what's another name that they have? Medium brown or dark brown, those could just transfer on the skin tone a little red or a little orange. And we want to kind of avoid that. Is just go back here, finalize, get all those straggly hairs that were chilling. Got to bring them back up. Oh, and they're going up. Okay. And then just kind of, that's the brow. Not bad. It's like a little fluffy situation. It looks a little long. We'll look back when I finish the face. So I'm going to do this one. I'm going to give you the info about the product. The new Milani Stay Put Tinted Brown Mousse retail for $13.99. It comes in 5 shades. I have the shade 130 dark brown and 120 medium brown. Take your brows from blonde to bold with up to 16 hours of wear. Milani Stay Put Tinted Brow Mousse is a high pigmented tint designed to tame, build, and thicken the appearance of brows. The flake-free formula holds brows in place for up to 16 hours. Infused with hair-nourishing shea butter and jojoba oil for naturally lush brows, and panthenol vitamin B5 to support healthier looking, fuller, and fluffier brows. Available at Ulta. Brows look a little intense, right? Because these mousses will do that. They'll make your eyebrow fluffy, intense, really quick. Because it's quick, that's the beauty of it. Oh my god, something's in my eye. I forgot to do this second sort of go. You guys saw I used like this clean spoolie because a lot of product was being deposited. Again, this is like sparse haired problems. You want to be careful. Make sure you don't get too much product on your brow hairs. When your brows are light and sparse, they can't handle a lot of product. That's when they start looking super dark, super boxy, and that's what we want to avoid. Ideally, I like my eyebrows to look as natural as possible. I try to keep them as natural, I would say, as possible, and natural being the natural shape of my brow. My brows technically are like this. I just elongate them a little bit and I made them darker. I didn't make them longer here. I didn't change the tail or the arch. So that's what my version of natural is. Let me give you the time because we're about to do a wear test. It is 9:30. Let me wash my hands, get rid of all of this, and then we're gonna start with the face. I'm so freaking excited. We're here. This is a water-based skin tint foundation. So let's go with this. The last time I tried this with the NYX glaze, it didn't work, but I'm trusting that we're putting 2 water-based products together. So this is the new e.l.f. Grip Matte Primer. Let's get this much. It is grippy, it is wet, it does mattify. I really like it. It just has to match with the foundation base you're using. The way I like to use this is just press it on. You guys, I just posted my nail video my YouTube shorts. It's up if you want to see my nail color. Like, I really like it because it's a chrome, very natural, like your nails but better type, you know? We're gonna let this dry. You always want to let your primer dry down, especially if it's wet and sticky, because if it's too sticky, your foundation could stick to those wet patches. That's why you saw I warmed it up with my hand. Let's wait a couple minutes. You know what I want to do? Add a little bit of this. Am I doing too much? Maybe. But I have big pores and oily skin. Double priming, I do find that it helps because you're targeting basically two different things. Like the e.l.f. is grippy and matte. This one is pore filling. Put it right here in the middle where the pores are big. And then right here. Just see, let's see how it works. Typically, I'll do half the face, like half primer, half no primer. But because we have oily skin, it's a skin tint, we need a primer. So BRB. As we wait, I want to talk about the shade ranges here. I think L'Oreal did a great job adding neutral undertones. The drugstore typically has very warm tones, and this is the shade 210 neutral. I love that the drugstore is now adding more neutrals, cools, and olive undertones. That is so important because I do have medium to tan skin tone with a neutral olivey undertone. And really it depends, like your undertone looks different everywhere. If I'm in front of the window, I look a little warmer. If I'm in studio lightings, I look cool. Your undertone's different. Like you don't have just one set one. I'm neutral, but I could fall in a little bit of olive and cool, like a little sprinkle. It has a little pump. We like that. Let's pump her out. Come on, girl. Oh wait, I'm supposed to shake this. Oops. It looks a little funky. Like banged it up. There we go. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at this pigment. Immediately is reminding me of Maybelline's. This one right here. But we will see. It's definitely a neutral undertone. It is drying down a little bit, oxidizing a little bit. Ooh, very lightweight. Different from the Maybelline. Wow, it's like nothing on the skin. Okay, our primer has dried down. Ooh, it's a nice glow. We have good pigment. It's not sheer. Okay, it's lightweight but pigmented. That's what I'm saying. It's covering my manchas like melasma wear. Okay, it feels like a skin tint because it's super thin. This color is good. 210 doesn't oxidize too much, I feel. Yeah, this coverage, it has no scent either. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get this brush and then we're just gonna blend it out a little better, smoother, diffuse it a little. Oh yeah, wow, look, you see? Now that it's dried down and I've blended it, it is glowy, but it's not accentuating all of this, all of my texture. I forgot the word. You can see a little bit, but I have texture, I have big pores. You'll be able to see it. Makeup won't completely make it disappear, but it's not accentuating it too much. When I go in with the glowy product, I do know it's glowy, it illuminates, therefore it's going to accentuate more things on your face. Typically matte products do a little more of the blurring type, adheres and there's no shine to it. It's easier to blur on the skin. This is nice. How does it feel? It's wet. Okay. Look at the before and after. What do you think? You see the coverage is light, but it's pigmented. It looks pretty smooth. So what I'm going to do is add this side and give you info about this product. The new, and what you guys have been wanting to see, the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Le Glow Skin Tint, lightweight water-based tinted serum with foundation-like coverage, glow illuminator. This is a skin tint foundation. Discover a healthy glow with a breathable coverage of foundation and a lightweight water-based skin tint with a weightless texture, with reflective pearls, blurring pigments, and 82% hydrating serum for a healthy, soft, lit glow. I purchased mine on Amazon. Okay, it looks good. Try to see if it's clinging onto any patches or anything. No. Let's look at the skin. It looks good. You see a little texture right here, but I have texture. I have real skin. No filters here. I'm very impressed at this texture. It is so lightweight. It literally feels like water. Even when I squirt it out, look. Like you see how thinly it goes? Kind of nice. What time is it? Oh, I just told you, but again, 950. 950. Let's let this dry down and see if it dries down. I have a feeling it's gonna dry down a little bit. It's not gonna be so movable, I would say. And dry down is great. We need that, especially if you have oily skin, if you wear your makeup for long periods. We need that dry down in order for the makeup to stick on. So be up, be. Okay, put my earrings on. It is 10. Yeah, it's been, I don't know, 10 minutes? Yeah, it dries down a little bit. It dries down in a way that it adheres to the skin and it's not gonna be moving around. Therefore, we can build. We could build. Okay, let's see, let's build. Because the formula is really thin, make sure you just really shake this. Make sure everything's nice and mixed. I'm just gonna add a little more. You know, I don't like to add and build too much. I just like to cover my dark spots, and that's basically it. That right here, that's where my melasma is. Right here. Curious to see how this is gonna look on the mouth. Because this is glowy too, you wanna be careful you work with thin layers. You don't wanna plop and add too much on because it can look cakey. Glowy products, that's just what it's gonna do. It's gonna accentuate texture. Always recommend to go in with thin layers. It does take a little more time, but your end result will look great. I'm curious to see how this wears. You know, we're gonna be here all day long. I'm gonna definitely do a 10-hour wear test. I'll be back at around 8. So skin looks good. I wanna add these. This is the shade Glowy Sparkly Rosé. It's very sheer. Okay, I'm kind of liking the sheer line, L'Oreal. And this is Pearl. Oh wow, this is like a little transparent situation. How does it feel? Oh, it feels like kind of like Vaseline. It's hydrating. Here, let's use this one. Let's just see. Not that we need more glow, but let's just see how it adds, you know? So these are L'Oreal's Glass Glow Highlighter Sticks. They come in 6 shades. They retail for $12.99-ish. Reflective glass skin finish that delivers instant multi-dimensional glow. Texture, it says it's lightweight. Definitely feels lightweight. And it's not disrupting this at all. It's not like pulling. This I feel like may work a little better on dried skin when we set our skin. But you know what? No, it's set to do a swipe. Should we do a swipe? Oh, this is the shade, the rosé shade. Oh, that swipe was smooth. You see that? Smooth. Okay, can get our foundation brush and then I'll blend it here just to see. Look, it's not creating more texture or anything. The formula definitely will work well underneath makeup. Let's add this concealer, the Milani in Pure Beige. This is literally my favorite drugstore concealer. And let's do a little bronzing. Bronzing. It's the Huda Beauty and Latte. I'm just gonna use this as a bronzer and a blush. That's been like the it thing these days. So let's see. Let's use this. This BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose, these brushes. Oh gosh, my new favorite brushes. Oh my god, this is dry down quick. Sure did. A little blonding action. Okay. It just adds enough color to the skin so we're not looking like too flat. I want to add a little more here because this kind of dried. Yeah, it like adds perfect color. I like a lot. Let's let this dry down a little more. This blonding situation, I like. Look, I added a little more. You know me, you know, I like to build slowly because I got a heavy hand, so I get real heavy-handed very quick. Now let's blend this out. Wow, look at this. Look how creamy that became. The longer you let your concealer dry down, but it has to be a concealer that has a little creaminess to it. If it's matte, this is not gonna happen, but look how amazing this blends. Milani really did so well with these concealers. I don't really like drugstore concealers. I can't find ones that I like. The only ones I could really off the top of my head is this one, the L'Oreal True Match. The L'Oreal True Match though is much lighter in coverage. From my experience with glowy products, I find that a pressed powder works the best to set. A setting powder, because it's loose and it kind of goes all over the place, doesn't really work well with something that's already loomy. A loose powder could work if you go first with this, then the loose with a glowy product. If we're working with the full coverage foundation, the story is different. But right here with this, we're gonna use pressed. So I want to set my under eyes. You know, I like my little concoction of Revlon first, and then a little bit of Maybelline. I get rid of these creases. Look, I did not blend out my bronzer. And then I'm gonna get a little bit of that loose powder. Do like a little baking action right here in the middle. The other day, I used this powder to set the glaze from NYX, that skin tint, and it really worked. So I'm gonna use it today. You see that pigment on the brush? That pigment, you see how it's sticking onto the brush? This is the way it's gonna stick on your face. A loose powder doesn't stick this way because it's loose. So I'm just gonna tap it here, work the majority at the end of my face, and then bring it forward. What I'm thinking of doing, I should have done it. I'm gonna set my face with the bronzer, not with much powder. I'm gonna get some of this. So you wanna be careful how much you use. So I'm just gonna concentrate this at the end. Just kind of set that bronzer we have. Let's make it a little natural. You see how it intensified it a little bit, like just enough? A little to my nose. Because the skin isn't completely dry, anything wet, it's gonna stick a lot faster to anything that is added to your face, which in this case is powder, blush, and bronzer. So you see how pigmented that is? I'm scared. We're just gonna, right here, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Actually, I need to tap it like that. And that's it. I'm stepping away from the bronzer and the blush. And then now we continue pressing that pressed powder, especially in the center. And look, we have a natural look. If you want to go with a loose powder, you're like, wait, I want to cover up or I want to set a little bit better, especially set my pore area. You see how we have that hydrating look, which is good. I like it a lot. Now that we have a bit of a base of a pressed powder, we can go in with our loose powder and just kind of press it here. How does that look? Is it gonna mess up what I got going on? And just blend. And two, when you're pressing your pressed powder, it'll also help blend out that bronzer and blush in case it's a little harsh. Oh yeah, this looks good. But look, you can see here, there's no separation, not a lot of texture. There's some. Everything looks pretty smooth considering we're dealing with something very, very glowy and hydrating. Formula isn't as hydrating as you would think a glowy skin tint is. It's because it's a skin tint foundation. It has more pigment in there too. You know we need the heavy hitters. So this is gonna help our makeup last forever. Then let me go here, just press that in. I did say I was stepping away from this, but just a touch, a touch, a touch. That's it. A touch, a touch. Okay, now that we have our face finished, let's go over with the brows really quick. Make sure they look good. I kind of want to go in with the pink one here. Let's see. Ooh. You see that line? Let's blend. Oh, I hope it blends. Please blend. Instead of using like a powder highlight. Okay. I just think swiping, that's not my favorite, but I wanted just to show you. I'm adding right here, blend it in. With the finger and your finger's warmth, it's just gonna blend in so much nicer and less harsh. Ooh, it is a little glittery, but let's see. I have a feeling with skin warmth, this will get better. This is the good cheek. Oh, this cheek is good too. Well, the skin's looking good. Let me add mascara on the lip and I'll be back. Is she glowy? Yes. Am I scared how I'm gonna end up today? Yes. Okay, we did use a lot of glow products today. It's fine. That's why we're looking like this. I'm not mad at it. I kind of like this glow, healthy look, a very glowy look. I feel like your makeup looks super natural. However, if you have oily skin, you will look like this in a few hours. So starting off like this, it could be a little, you know? We have to trust the process. We're having fun, testing out new makeup. See how it works. So far, what I love is how everything came together smoothly. I don't have any weird patches. I don't have a bunch of texture. You'll see some. Everything looks good. Even this highlight stick, I'm a little surprised how well it kind of looks. It makes the skin look wet, and I'm kind of with that. Blush, everything looks good. The texture you can see on my skin because, you know, you can't really see much on my forehead. You can't really see my pores too much, so that's nice. You see shine, glow, illuminating anything will accentuate texture. If you have porcelain perfect skin, you don't have that issue. I have big pores and a little bit of texture sometimes depending how my skin wants to act. For the most part, I'm feeling this makeup. I think it looks so good. My nose, look, it's peeling a little bit, but it's only my nose. I don't have any of these patches anywhere else, so I'm trying to figure out where's that from. On my mouth, it's super smooth. You don't see patches. Or the face, the skin. So the nose, I don't know. This lip combo right here, I was like, I'm really feeling it. It's the lip liner, the Duck Plump in Nude Flip. House Labs. I had to dust these off. I haven't used these in so long. In Maple Matte. I love like my little eyeshadow. I just used this one from Polite Society. I just love how it looks on my lids. And lastly, the brows. I'm not a big fan of this product because look, it's been a couple of hours and my brows are coming down. You see how they're kind of losing their shape? This one looks good, which was the second brow, but this first brow is just looking a little wonky. With time, we will tell how it lasts. I just think my eyebrows look a little rough. I don't think this product is good for people that have very sparse brows. We can't all use the same exact things because we all look different. We have different hair textures, different skin types, different skin colors. So, you know, this one's struggling. I tried fixing it. I was so tempted to put some Got To Be glue on it, but I'm like, no, we're reviewing here. I like the color. I think it's great if you want a quick brow. It's just the type of product it is. But let's see how it wears. You know, we don't know till we know. And I'll see you at the window. Bye. Okay, familia, I'm making my breakfast. If you hear noise, that's what it is. It's 11, so it's still morning. Okay, skin. Ooh. Ooh, glow. This is the glow stick. Foundation looks good. You can see my pores, but we know. But you see how like that pigment is just so adhered to the skin. Wow, okay. Tone is perfect. You can see in daytime, my skin tone looks completely different from studio lighting. But you can see we're matchy-matchy. I do think with skin warm, things will get better. I'm happy I used the 2 primers too. And the brows, you see? The brows look natural. A little natural moment, huh? Especially this janky one over here. Today they're cousins, like a distant cousin. Okay, bye. Amelia, I'm back. It is 8 o'clock. We've had the brows on and the skin tint for 10 hours. I got some footage for you. Midway through the day, skin was looking good. I was very surprised how well put together things were looking. I thought I was gonna be a little slip and slidey, but nope. You can see a little bit of my texture, of course, but nonetheless, everything's looking good. The eyebrows look good too. I don't see much of a difference at this point, which is nice because it's a good product. It's like hanging on to the hairs, you know. Here we are now. Start with the brows. The brows look good. At this point, I think they have faded a little bit. When you have oily skin, things tend to fade and break apart. And I feel like that's what's happening with the brows. They don't look bad, but the bad brow, you see, the top is non-existent. And that's kind of how we started. It is what it is. I do have sparse brows too. I don't have a lot of hair for the product to like hold on. So that contributes to how the product is gonna look on my sparse brows. Skin is looking really good. Still very glowy because we have the highlight stick, the skin tint, but look, you don't see any separation. At this point, you would see something. The nose didn't get better. Remember we talked about that? It was not really noticeable. I didn't really see it today. I do see a little bit of breakup here. Things probably just start kind of separating a little bit. I like this. I think it worked out very well on oily skin. I love that it's very lightweight skin tint-esque, but you have the pigment of a foundation. This literally says skin tint foundation and is exactly what it's doing. It does remind me of these two though, but I was thinking, do you want me to compare these two? This is not my shade. I can't find my shade, but it's 4-5. Wait, these are very similar to this too. If I can remember, the main difference right now that I'm thinking is this one is a lot thinner than these two, but let me know. And the eyebrows, they're just not my cup of tea. I felt like I had to do a lot to get them here, and they're not exactly how I like them. I prefer the NYX pen and or the brand new pencil that I used today. Those are great. I will link those down below. The sticks are beautiful. I really love the rose shade. I just think it works so well on bare skin, on top of foundation, over powder. So yeah, this is a yes. This is a yes. This is for anyone who has thick, beautiful voluminous brows. Everything that I talked about will be in the description box for you. Clicking on my links or on the screen does help my channel out so much. So thank you, thank you. If you purchase anything, I appreciate you. And I really appreciate you for being here, hanging out with me and spending some time with me. And I love you so, so much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, click the button right there. Don't miss any videos. And I love you. Bye.